StarrSoaps channel. Hi guys, welcome back to StarrSoaps. I'm making this video on YouTube for mostly the study haul, the Soaping 101 study haul on Facebook. I put up a file in the study haul with the recipe of my bubble bars, and some people have been asking me some questions about hardness, what they are looking for, what should they be looking for in hardness in their final product of bubble bar. So what I'm doing right now is I'm drying some of my bubble bars in my oven on low, which they've already been dried, but they've also been sitting out in my room stamp, so they've gotten moist to the touch again, so they won't stay in there for long. But I'm doing it so I can show you guys exactly what it looks like in the oven and everything like that, and then I can take the bubble bars out once I've dried them a little and sort of bang them and tap them and squish them, and we'll play around with them so you can hopefully visually see exactly what texture you're going for in your bubble bars. So come along with me and we're going to play with some bubble bars. Just thought I should also mention that the videos of me making both of these batches of bubble bars that you're about to see me tutu with are coming soon. So you will see the entire making of both of these as well. I just wanted to get this video up in a hurry for Anissa. Okay, so first up, here's what they look like in the oven. I've got my sleep inducing ones with lavender and other essential oils on the top, and my summertime fruity StarrFruit ones on the bottom. One of the ones on the bottom, one of the StarrFruit ones, I'll just pull this out so you can see it a bit better, just fell on the ground. Can you see that kind of dented bit on it? It just fell, bonk, on the ground, and it didn't even break. It dented when it hit the ground, but it didn't break, and it's kind of sticky to the touch at the moment, so I'm going to put it back in there and let them dry out in the oven on a low heat, the lowest heat that my oven can be set on. So they're just sitting in there and drying out, and we'll come back in about maybe 3/4 of an hour to an hour, because like I say, I've already done this before, so I really don't want to overdo it, and then we'll bang them and play with them and we'll see what kind of consistency they are at. Okie dokie, we're back again after 3/4 of an hour or so, and the bubble bars are lovely and dry, but they're warm to the touch, naturally, because they've been in a warm oven. So I'm going to turn off the oven and I'm going to let them cool off, and then that will help them go harder. And once they've gone cold, then we can whack them around and see what happens, see if they handle it or not. Okay guys, here we are, back again for the last little bit of this mission. It's taken about the same amount of time as they were in the oven drying for them to firm again after, you know, cooling, if you will. And they're like, let me see, can you hear that? You can give them a good tap and they make a good sound, they're good solid. But when you take them into a bag, and here's some I've already done because this is just how I use it, and I'll explain that in a moment. So you take the same product, and we'll do one of these little balls, I think, because they're already kind of minty looking. And again, listen, that's how hard and solid it is. But when I hold it and squish it, it just crumbles still in my hands. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want people to be able to crumble it like that under running water. Or in my case, I crumble it up in a bag. And I've always done this with bubble bars. The reason that I put it into a bag like this is something I've always done because I'm frugal. I'm cheap. So I'll take about a tablespoon worth. I get a lot more uses out of one bubble bar, one of these, which if I was to use it like this, I would probably break that into 2 or 4 baths, depending on how generous I was feeling. But with the bag, which this is about 1.5 bubble bars broken up and crumbled up in this bag now, I'll use about a tablespoon or 2, and I'd use probably half a tablespoon for my kids, and I put it into an old stocking. This is actually a new stocking that I bought for the purpose, because I don't really wear stockings much these days. Tie a little knot in it, get your tablespoon of bubble bar in there, tie this onto your tap, or just like, you can put a hole in this part of the stocking and hook it onto your tap and let the water run through it, and you'll get mounds of bubbles in your bath. so many bubbles in your bath, and you don't use as much BubbleBar mixture up. So you can just get a Vivid and you can just write on the outside of the plastic bag whatever kind of BubbleBar's in here. I don't even have to because I can just smell it. It's so good. That's definitely my sleep-inducing BubbleBar. And I tell you what, it works. I left these BubbleBars in my room and I swear to God I slept better. The 3 nights that I had them in my room, just sitting in my room, I slept like a baby. Okay, so the other thing I want to do while I've got you guys here is play with these other ones here. So I'm just going to bring you over, let's move you over here, adjust this angle, and I want to take one of these BubbleBars, one that I showed you before, which is this one that actually had already fallen on the ground anyway. I'm going to hold it up and I'm just going to drop it, okay? We're just going to see what happens. Did you see that? The same BubbleBar, I'll do it, actually, sorry, I'll do it with the one that I was tapping before so you guys can see it's the same thing, this BubbleBar, holding it up from quite high, and it handles it. Did you see that? It handled it. It didn't break. That is awesome, okay? And it wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for putting them in the oven and drying them that way. It will still crumble up when it's time to use it, but that is super cool. If your postie is ruthless, like my postie is, and I bet most posties are, and he's dropping your package around, that's not going to matter. So, yeah, and sorry, the other one. So you can see they're both. This one here I wasn't as happy with. I feel like I put too much moisture into this batch. This one here I feel like I got the consistency just right. And again, in my recipe on the files and in my recipe that I will leave in the videos that are coming soon, so stay tuned, you StarrSoap subscribers that rock, because you'll be getting the entire video with the recipe included coming at you really soon, like in the next couple of days now that I've uploaded this. This is like a teaser video for you guys. But in the recipe, for all of you awesome people on the study hall, it says anywhere between 1/3 of a cup to 1/2 a cup of glycerin at your own leisure or your own, you choose. I don't know what word to say, I'm tongue tied, but you decide. So you can use a little glycerin or a lot. Michelle Hamilton Ulmer from the Great Soap Shop was saying she uses a lot less glycerin and then just puts in some melted hard butters, and she finds that works perfectly. So tutu with this and make it your own. That's part of what makes it magic. And in the meantime, thanks for watching me try to munt my bath bombs unsuccessfully. I mean BubbleBars unsuccessfully. Thanks guys, and have a great day. Bye. Oh, by the way, Anissa, I hope this helped you. Bye guys.